All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division where we have an update on Devin Haney's next opponent, as it seems like he and Ryan Garcia are in conversations about fighting next. And Eddie Hearn exposed that was their intention the entire time. And that explains a lot of the yap around the Gervonta Davis fight. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division where we have an update. Ryan Garcia took to the internet yesterday, Twitter specifically, to say that he had instructed his team to begin negotiations with Devin Haney to make a fight with him next. Eddie Hearn had come out and said that that was the fight. And he said this before the Regis Prograis fight with Devin Haney, that was the fight that the Zone wanted to make between the two of them. So it begs the question, what is all this fronting about a $20 million offer being made to Gervonta Tank Davis when the Zone already had a fight that they wanted to make next, which fits the game plan, the typical playbook, rather, of networks in boxing today? We're going to talk about that, but we're also going to talk about the very hypocritical statements that I have been reading by many of you boxing fans out there on Twitter. Man, you guys are tripping. Now, before I get into the details, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for your continued support. It really makes a very, very big difference to the channel. So thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. And thank you to Barbara D. We had a new super thanks, a new guy in the super thanks. Man, I'm going to get your name and make sure I do it for the next video. But dude, thank you for the $2.99 sponsorship for the channel. Of course, thank you to Matty Yule and thank you, Matty Yole and everybody else, Jeff Powell, Arce Powell. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys do for the channel. Jeff Miller. But let's get into this, okay? Now, first things first, let me be very clear about this. This should not be a surprise to anybody. The Devin Haney is now in talks with Ryan Garcia to make a fight at 140 pounds. And there was a lot of talk out of Devin Haney's camp's mouth about making an offer to Gervonta Tank Davis of $20 million. However, everybody associated with it laughed that claim off. And pretty much what anybody with brains in their head knows, or honesty in their heart at this point, know full well that offer was not made. It was not, if it wasn't even mentioned to Gervonta Davis by Eddie Hearn, according to Eddie Hearn. And it's just another way to keep Gervonta Davis's name tied to Devin Haney's while they get ready for the next fight that they have. But yesterday, not unpredictably, there was a tweet that went out from Ryan Garcia, where Ryan Garcia says that he had instructed his team to begin conversations with Devin Haney about making a fight between the two. Devin Haney responds, "That's facts." So now we know that those guys are in conversations with each other to make the fight. Now, before that, though, Eddie Hearn, prior to the fight with Regis Prograis, stated that the fight that they wanted to make next for Devin Haney was the Ryan Garcia fight, and that DAZN wanted to make that fight. They wanted to pay for that fight. They thought that was the next logical fight. Now, why would they do that? According to Eddie Hearn, because it makes sense. They're on the same network. Now, this is one of the things that is really true in boxing that many boxing fans continually ignore when they talk about the fights that are being made, which is not just the impact of what the fighters want and not just the impact of what promoters want, but also the impact of what the wishes are of the networks that are especially with DAZN and ESPN, who are really paying for the fights, because those guys that are fighting there are not doing big pay-per-views where they can get money directly from the fans. So you have a situation over there where DAZN says, we've got two fighters. We want a big fight on our network. Let's match our two biggest fighters together. No different than what Top Rank does with all of their fighters. When they have Vasily Lomachenko fight Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez, once George Kambosos beat him and signed with ESPN, they wanted him to fight Vasily Lomachenko. And you had Vasily Lomachenko fighting Jorge Linares, and you had Vasily Lomachenko fighting Devin Haney when Devin Haney was on ESPN. These are all very real things that boxing fans continually ignore when they want to dump on fighters and who aren't their favorite fighters and blame them specifically for fights not being made. However, here we go with an in-house fight attempting to be made by DAZN, right? Now, whether or not that fight will happen next, I can't say, because you have a Sandor Martin fight where Sandor is the mandatory for Devin Haney. Maybe they can pay him step-aside money again to allow that fight and then let him fight the winner. Sandor Martin might be willing to get another free payday. Now, here's a funny thing to me, though, because I don't have a problem at all with Devin Haney fighting Ryan Garcia. This is my issue. It's very, very funny how I continually and I'm telling you, very obnoxious, irritating to continue to hear comments and read comments about how Devin does nothing but fight the best. And Gervonta Davis has never fought anybody. But yet you see another person that Devin Haney is going to fight that is already lost to somebody else. So it's okay, though. So watch this. It was okay for Jojo Diaz. People didn't give Gary Russell Jr. credit for fighting Jojo Diaz when they were talking about Devin Haney and and Gary Russell Jr. But they give Devin credit for Jojo Diaz after he already lost 2 weight classes below to Gary Russell Jr. They don't give Teofimo Lopez any credit for beating Lomachenko, but Devin beats Lomachenko. He's beating an all-time great. Gervonta Davis gets no credit for beating Yuriorkis Gamboa, but when Yuriorkis Gamboa loses to Devin Haney, Devin fought another former world champion. Now, Gervonta Davis stopped Ryan Garcia in his last fight. Now Devin fights him. Oh, that's a good fight. That's a legacy fight because there wasn't a rehydration clause in it. Even though Gervonta Davis is a 135-pounder, this guy was a 140-pounder. Rematch clauses for the IBF specifically are commonplace because it's in their rules. But no credit Gervonta. Oh, we like this fight. I'm starting to think you just like Devin Haney fights. And you just want to see and are okay with anything Devin Haney does. But problem for Devin Haney is there's not enough of you that are looking at that, that are going with that line of nonsense y'all are pushing. Not that I have a problem with any of those fights. And again, Devin Haney fans tend to call people haters when they defend people from the hating that Devin Haney fans are doing on other people. I'm cool with this fight between him and Ryan Garcia because Ryan Garcia is a good fighter. I just give full credit to Gervonta Davis for beating him, unlike what you all did. But anyway, it is what it is. That's my take on the matter. We'll see if we get that fight. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.